Hey everybody, and welcome back to the channel. My name's Chris Orme, and today we're going to be playing a little RimWorld. Now, for those of you that don't know, this is a kind of colony building survival game. You're in a spaceship, crash land on this alien planet, this RimWorld, and you're trying to survive. End goal to get off the planet, build a ship to escape. Now for me, usually I don't try and escape. It's just about surviving and building a sustaining colony. The way the game is set up, however, that's quite difficult because it's set to keep increasing the difficulty rate and keep pushing you to your limits. So as you can see, we've started off our colony already just a little bit. Planned out a little bit of a kind of where the home's going to be inside the mountain, and putting the finishing touches at the moment on these barracks. Here you can see we've got 3 colonists, we've got 6 beds. I feel that's best just in case we need one of them as a medical bed, and maybe we can turn this into a prison barracks, kind of temporary storage or something else useful when we've actually got our cave dug out. Now this starting spot, we actually started a little bit south of here. Not too far south. You can see here's kind of where we landed, but we've got a little bit of food and whatnot. You can see here as well, nice little vein of gold right outside where we are. We got plenty of steel here, we got plenty of steel on this side. You can see more poking out here, and of course this big exposed chunk that I'm actually going to be taking down very quickly. Apart from that, growing zone, growing some strawberries. We've got a couple of stockpiles, one normal and one dumping. And right here we've got the 2 steam geysers, which are going to be pretty much supplying us with power for early game once we get that researched. So I think there's quite a lot of nice resources around the edges here of this map, and you can see here a limestone wall built into the mountain. So there might be something fun on the other side of that. We're going to find out later on. We're a while off that, but that is something to look forward to. Bit of silver there as well. And over here you see an absolutely huge rectangle limestone wall set into the side of this sort of hill. That could easily be mechanoids or something very dangerous. Again, we're going to leave that one. So there is potential here to have a little bit of fun. There's another little one here which may end up being harmless. I think the big one is the main one to worry about. Haven't quite got round to unforbidding all these supplies we've got everywhere. But really, I think this is a decent little place to start off with. We've got a bit of water here protecting us, and 3 sides of our base are going to be covered in this mountain. And if this is solid mountain and there's no hidden areas that we end up digging into the exposed part of the map, then this is a very defensible position. And we can force people up here through the mud and shallow waters while we're shooting them. We can kind of create a little bit here, kind of like a barricade gauge system. Maybe a trap run that weaves back and forth a little bit here. Maybe another one over here. May just end up taking all this out and building a wall across. So we got all this kind of covered. I'm not really sure yet. We'll have to see how that develops in play. But at the moment, I think we're in good position. So we're going to let these guys finish off that bed and the base, and there we go. We're up and running early. Also, this plasteel, I think we might hit this. But living quarters and bedrooms, I like doing big bedrooms, big individual bedrooms. Just helps keep the mood of the colony up, and this is probably one of my early priorities because I know how easily they can kind of complain about stuff. And we don't want that. So what we're actually going to do now as well is actually a nice little area here. We're going to put doors on the outside. More wooden floors. And yep, that should be good enough. So this is then going to become the dining area. No, let's not have the door there. Let's have the door over that side. And that means then we can put in our table and chairs in that corner. Nice little wooden plant pot up there. Yeah, that'll be quite nice. So separate dining and sleeping area there. We'll get them back to work on that. See, they can't actually get to work on the cave system just yet. Because once I've got them all sort of planned out and ready to go, I'm actually... yeah, I'm probably going to do both these squares as well. But until I do that, they can't get to the mining job, so they won't attempt to do it. As a backup problem, just in case anything arose, I did put those sleeping spots in. Don't think we need them. So you can see we've got our work schedule all kind of laid out right now. Everybody doing a bit of everything. So let's get this sleep and work schedule fully done then. And then a couple of hours of joy before bed. This is kind of my default schedule. I will stagger it when we get more colonists to have different people performing different tasks throughout the day and night. I feel that's the best way of doing things. So, in fact, there we go. 6 hours should be enough sleep. But at the moment, keep them on the same schedule, joy at the same time, so they can socialise. We've got nothing else. Which reminds me, we might as well just put a horseshoe pin. Actually, let's get that closer here to the base. Just so they got some kind of joy activity to be getting on with. Now we're going to want the research bench inside. But there's not really anywhere for it right now, so that's kind of... it's only a little bit of wood and steel, but I don't really want to waste that either right now. As much as we need to get the power situation online, I feel that the growing's got off to a decent start. The building's got off to a decent start, so let's also get them to cut down a few of these trees for a little bit of extra wood as well. So they're going to get to mining, which is, again, not really a high priority at this stage. So let's stop that. A little bit of steel, that's quite good. They're all sleeping now, 18 hours in. So early to bed. Maybe they do need a little bit more sleep then, so let's give them another 2 hours there. Let's get them all up. They'll have plenty of time to sleep later. I'm socializing. Sass is there going for a walk. We're just going to claim this building, deconstruct it, because that might be useful in terms of building materials. Nice little bit of marble. I'll be quite happy to sort of get that going. And so look, what else do we really need? We need power, we need a cook stove. I think that is pretty much step 1. Research bench, step 2. The rest of it can almost wait for a while. A solar generator, though, may not be a bad idea at all. It's just finding a decent position for now to put it. I think maybe there. Put a couple of batteries inside. Link them up. Link that up. Good stuff. Let's see. Furniture. We'll have a couple of lights in the place. So we're really getting the basics cleared nice and early. That's what I want to see. We don't really have much room for any wind power right now, so let's keep out of that. Comm console could get us something decent, but we don't really need it right now. A turret I don't feel we quite need. And heating comes later. So I believe that's... So we need to name this colony. And I think a little nod to Dwarf Fortress. We're going to go with Ship Murder Deep. As a little tribute to the ongoing game they had, the Pass the Parcel type game, where one person would pass the game on to the other, and they'd each have a year in charge of their colony in Dwarf Fortress, and that was called Boat Murdered. Highly entertaining, highly distressing as well at certain parts. It's yeah, this is kind of a Dwarf Fortress game, so little nod to that. Ship Murder Deep. Need defenses. I don't think we do at this stage. I really don't think we do. We're starting to put away all the stuff in the stockpile. That's nice, and that reminds me as well, we need to actually set up a steel equipment rack. Let's have a wood equipment rack in there. Oh look, food's coming to us as well. Ez, can you do me a favour? Are you not set up to hunt? You are set up to hunt. I've just marked that as needing hunting. Maybe it's because you drafted. Let's get Mac up the way. Excellent. So, yeah, Hall of Squirrels. She can repair. They can clean. It's all good. It's all good. Right. Now what do I want to do? I mean, ultimately, we're just going to need to get these set up. And I know it's outside and cooking and butchering. You know, they're not really big priorities right now, but I feel that the odd animal here and there could really help sort of stave away starvation, which is a big problem for me early game. I am playing Cassandra Classic. I am playing on rough difficulty, I believe. I didn't go for challenging. I thought that was a bit too much. So I don't really want to be struggling from the get-go. So let's just butcher creatures there, do forever. And we're going to set up a simple meal bill until we have, let's say, 50. I don't think we'll ever get up to 50. At least not until the main base is sorted out. But it's a good starting point. I feel it's probably a little more than we need, but like I say, that should be a nice little way of doing things. So look at them hauling all that in. Now the reason we put this equipment rack is because I think it's of critical importance that any ranged weapons of good quality or normal quality and above, which this pistol is, gets put on here. So if a new person joins the colony, then we actually have a decent weapon for them to use, and we know what it is. What are you doing? Relaxing socially. Oh, no, not equip pistol. Is this on critical? It is. So let's not put weapons in there. And let us put weapons in here. Important. Good stuff. So that gun should make its way down, hopefully. And here's our visitors. Let's take a look at our visitors. We're not going to be capturing any people or anything like that. We don't want to mess with the other factions just yet. He's got a pistol. Not a bad sort of set of skills. Dennis is okay. Maker, cyclically dull, but is lazy. Yeah, they wouldn't be two I'd particularly sort of want to upset a colony for. So really that's not too bad. Another thing to quickly look at. It off the ground. Why? I mean, there's a table and chairs. Slept in the cold. It's 15 degrees, I guess. Okay, it is a little cold. Shared bedroom, ugly environment. Well, there's not much. I've put plant pots down. Not much else we can do. Cramped, yes it is. Disturbed sleep, yes it is. Crowded, it is as well. So, yeah, early game sort of issues there, but we're okay. I think the next thing to actually be getting done with is starting this sort of bedroom. Now what I'm going to do here is I'm going to set up development points. So they're going to mine out to this first bedroom. And we're going to get that bedroom done and move one person in. Actually, we can deconstruct these beds. No, we can uninstall these beds, which gives us more room in the bedroom, so it's not as cramped. And we can always just use them then to put into these bedrooms. That's kind of what I was thinking of. So, come on guys, it's nearly time to wake up. And there they go. So Ayers is going on and getting that mining done. Struck compacted steel, that's nice. That's always a bonus. We can have steel there. You can see our stockpile really is coming along. You're carrying a simple meal. Can we not butcher? It's within the thing. Why isn't Sass able to butcher? We got a butcher at the table. Nice. Gives a little bit of leather as well to work with. A little bit of meat. This is kind of what I'm looking for. And for right now, I believe that we should just drop the meals on the floor when you're finished. Because it's right next to here anyway. Okay, that's coming along quite nicely, I feel. Those visitors are leaving. I mean, if this is the amount of steel that we're going to be picking up, then we can do a lot. So I feel we're off to a decent start.